Another one.
Can't pass on these big weapons. You can't do it. And I want to make an official announcement. I have officially betrayed Team Trenches. I'm no longer Team Trenches. I still know we need a veteran war daddy, but I have abandoned you. I have abandoned you. I don't rock with you. Don't look at me. I'm not loyal to you. I'm only loyal to the Dallas Cowboys. The major reason I have abandoned Team Trenches is because the weapons is too big of an opportunity. So the first thing I'm gonna do before I get into these guys, and today I'm gonna be focusing on something I've been focusing on for a while. And so I'm gonna show y'all my history on this, and then I'm gonna get right into it. So the first thing and main reason in all of my content, since I've been doing content and since I've been analyzing candidates for the Dallas Cowboys, I've always separated normal size route runners or receivers from bigger possession route runners. And as a corner, I always knew that was one of your bigger threats as a former corner. So I want y'all to listen to Jordan Lewis talk about it. Listen to Jordan Lewis.
I think the game is moving faster than the techniques are evolving. You see what I'm saying? Like receivers nowadays, bro. Eric, you get 6'2", 6'3" guy that's twitchy.
I'm trying to
but
tell
when
you,
you got
Wait.
I think the game is moving faster than the techniques are evolving. You see what I'm saying? Like receivers nowadays, bro. Eric, you get 6'2", 6'3" guy that's twitchy.
I'm trying to tell you.
All right, I'm gonna come back to that now. And that's why for years I have been separating them. So I'm gonna show my receipt on that. Y'all know I'm a Prove It channel. This is me in 2019. I can go all the way back to even 2018, where you can see where I was showcasing and featuring what I was calling supersized Dak friendly weapons, right? So those are your bigger targets, but that are also twitchy. Okay, so it's some people I'm not gonna talk about today. They're big, they're draftable, but they're not twitchy enough for me. All right, I'm gonna give you a perfect example before I start showing these guys. Okay, just to give you an example. So I got a list of the receiver candidates, right? So it's certain people that's ranked high, good film, right? But they're not, like Denzel Boston. I like him. He would be dope. He would be dope with Dak. But my eyes don't see the twitch when I watch his game. Just a little stiff. Now, that don't mean you can't get it done, but I always built candidates that seem like they was best fits for Dak, and to me those are guys, in my opinion, that get separation with twitch, right? With suddenness, sudden movement, stuff like that, right? So as I'm going through this, some of y'all gonna say, well, why don't y'all have Denzel Boston? It's because in my eyes I don't see the twitch. You might see it. The measurables might say it, like, because his measurables look good in terms of shuttle. But I don't see it when I saw it, right? I'm going to give you another example of a guy that I'm not going to talk about, but that actually even had a real good Senior Bowl, Malachi Fields. So Malachi, he had a good Senior Bowl. He stood out. His speed wasn't all that. I don't really care about that. It's your play speed for me. Some people really, put big stock in that. I don't really care about that as much, especially with GPS. But so when I start talking about these dudes, I'm already moving ahead of y'all, where some of y'all gonna be like, why don't you have him? He's big. Well, it's not just big. So I'm just kind of explaining what I'm looking for and why I highlighted the people that I highlighted. That also tells you that I'm on my list basically it's still letting you know if I don't have Malachi Fields, right, as a candidate or ideal candidate, or if I don't have Denzel Boston, that's telling you how rich this class is. That means I left some people off that are still good candidates. So let's go back and listen to Jordan Lewis again.
I think the game is moving faster than the techniques are evolving. You see what I'm saying? Like receivers nowadays, bro. Air, you get 6'2", 6'3" guy that's twitchy.
I'm trying to
but
tell
when
you,
you
man.
got a 6'3" guy, you know, decades ago, they was just going up. You know what I'm saying? Or a straight line. It's guys that can do guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Amari Cooper, bro. He's 6'2", you know what I'm saying? 220, and he twitchy as a, you know what I'm saying? So you like when you say like mixing it up, you know what I'm saying? Giving them different looks. That's, you know what I'm saying? And staying patient at the same time. I think that's invaluable, bro.
Yeah. So let me turn on y'all comments. I'm gonna turn on my phone where I can see y'all comments, and then I'm gonna go right into it. All right, I'm gonna get right into it. So I'm gonna go to the film and start featuring these guys. Now give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I apologize for the awkward silence. For some reason, I'm having trouble featuring y'all comments. So I got to do it through my phone. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, so let's get right into it. A couple of things I want to show y'all too before I start going directly into the film. So y'all can understand my thought process. So I've written 4 books about the Dallas Cowboys, okay? All season, to me, guides that was people they should target in both free agency as well as the draft. So I've always done multiple work, always, okay? And every one of these books have received 5 stars. Every one of them. Like, if you go look, there is not one book publicly, when people purchased the book, everybody always gave it 4 stars because I hit a lot, okay? But the point is, I wanted to show is the work. I want y'all to see. So when I'm talking about this class on why we can't pass on big weapons like with this, is because I'm showing y'all that I have done a massive amount of work over the years studying receiver and studying different types. And this is what my book does that no other book does. Nobody else does. I separate the route runners and smaller route runners from possession guys and possession route runners. That's what I do. And I've always done that. Okay. I've been doing that now 10 years. So I look at route runners. I want y'all to understand the smaller guy. And I do that because I look at receiver like a basketball team, right? You know, where if you need, like for instance, if you need points, if you're a team that has a point deficit, well, to me, you need to focus on a weapon, but that high points well, that can go get the ball. If you got a quarterback that can put it at a high point, that's better for points. If you lack the ability to move between the 20s, you likely want a route runner, somebody that can win in space. So that's why I always separated them. Because when you look at most draft boards, what they do is they have a Ridley and then they compare them to a Sutton. Because they came out together. Ridley was compared to Sutton and they were just thrown into receiver. And it's like, nah, I need, depending on what my team need, right? If I need a punt forward, I need to go target power forwards. I said point forward, power forwards. But if I need a guard, a general, I'm giving you my metaphor, you know, I'm going to go get a shorter, twitchier guy, right? If I feel like I need a guy that can win in space. So I've always separated them. So I'm explaining so you can understand my list, right? So if you look at all my books, literally all my books, right? And I'm going to come back to this one. You'll see I looked at the free agents and I've always had the bigger guys, and I would label were you one or the other. So I'm just showing you so you can see this is a long history of this. And I needed to say that before I start talking about this class, because I don't want y'all to think that I just woke up this morning and want the hype receiver. Okay. So I just want to just make it clear. So for years, I'm being clear so y'all can understand what I'm doing. I looked at it. I always broke it down from route runners, smaller route runners, bigger possession guys, and then were you both. Now, the people that was harder to get, the thing that's rare, and that's why I'm doing this show today, is your possession, your bigger guys that's twitchy. And that's what Jordan Lewis was talking about. And notice how he say it's evolving. Now, what I'm trying to do and was always trying to do is be ahead of the evolution. Okay. So, and then I'm going to show it. I'm going to play this one more time and show it. And I want y'all to also think in mind, as one of the shortest corners, what's on his mind.
I think the game is moving faster than the techniques are evolving. You see what I'm saying? Like receivers nowadays, bro. Eric, you get 6'2", 6'3" guy that's twitchy.
I'm trying to
but
tell
when
you,
you got a 6'3" guy, you know, decades ago, they was just going up. You know what I'm saying? Or straight.
Yeah. And see, and that's why I didn't put Denzel on my list, because he's not twitchy enough. Okay. So y'all should be caught up with my thought process now. So let me get into the candidates, and I'm gonna go straight to the film now. I think I've done a good enough job of giving the background. All right, so let's just jump right into the film and start looking at why I said this class is different, it's unique, it's dope, and it's dope for both. See, and I'm gonna say this, from me looking at it for years, I would also notice, because I was separating them, I would also notice some classes would have better and deeper route runners. Some classes would have deeper possession, or both, right? And so I could tell, I would be like for instance, Pickens' class, right? Pickens' class was actually a good class for possession route runners. It was a good class, but I would say that class was 4 deep. Like, okay, you're big and you're a route runner. And in that class, I had Pickens number 1. Now, and this is from my book, I had him number 1. Why is that a big deal? Let's remember, it was not popular to have Pickens over Treylon Burks, Drake London, or Christian Watson. It was not popular. Most people wasn't doing that. And Romeo Doubs, he was hardly talked about. But yet he made my top 5 list, and he wasn't even talked about. So I just wanted to kind of, so you can see that this class is special. So the first one I'm going to start with is Bryce Lance, and I'm going to get right into it. Let's go. So looking at Bryce Lance, the first thing you see is Will McClay, when he was talking about guys that come from smaller schools, he said they need to walk on water. So when he's saying that, he's saying they need to put a total beat down, is what he's saying, on the competition, because basically you supposed to be that dope. If you go be a lead guy, I want to see you obliterate that level. That's what he mean by walking on water. And just look at what he do to corners on that level. Like, we talking about massive separation, bro. Massive. Okay. And the twitch, watch him release right there. And I want to say this also about teams like North Dakota State. And when you playing on that level, the guys that's usually still fast, is your corners. So when you see him just torching that level, I mean torching it with twitch, like, and it's like he dealing with kids. You know, like look at this right here. The only reason that's not touchdown is because it's a bad ball. You know, and you see the body control. He's exponentially big. That route right there was trash. That's the only thing I knock him on because he didn't sell it good enough. He didn't turn his shoulders on the out route. Like if you go watch Keenan Allen as a route runner, he get open a lot because his body deception is better than anybody. So when you watch him run an out route, it looks like he's running an out. Like I wouldn't have fell for that if I was playing corner because he ran an out at a 45. Nobody running a real out is gonna run an out at a 45. But even though the route was boo-boo, he's such an athlete, he still burnt that dude alive, cooked him, put him in the oven. And this is his best route right here, bro. Just he's at the bottom right. Watch how he just fold that corner at the bottom right. Just watch how he fold him. Just routed his ass up. So if I just look at everything about Bryce Lance, the strength is you see amazing burst. He has little man release. He has crazy speed, stupid agility. And this is all at 6'3". The weakness would be level of competition. And then I would also say I didn't like how he attacked the ball. So if I go look at this tool right here where we can go look deeper into his comps, that's why I say I'm gonna go through all these guys. So if you go look at Bryce, right? Ty Mache, this is a tool by Ty Mache, man. Y'all make sure y'all go support what he got going on so we can look deeper into his shit. So he passed all the tests in terms of measurables. 6'3", supersized. So I always was looking for supersized weapons, right? Then obviously the 40. But the key thing about the 40 is you see it on the field. He's not just a 4'3", he's a low 4'3". He's a low 4'3", and it shows on the field. He also has a 41-inch vertical, meaning he dunking with two hands, bro. Whenever you see anybody with a 41 and up, bro, when they dunking, they doing this shit. They ain't dunking like where you barely getting that up to the fucking rim. Now, anybody with a 41, they way above the rim. Why is that important? If I'm looking for a supersized guy for Dak, I need a guy that if he throw it and he not off, that his ball is a little bit off, that you have the athleticism to go get it. And you go get it better than most of your competitors. Hence why I was always looking at these supersized weapons. And that's what Jordan Lewis was talking about, how the game is innovating. And I was trying to be ahead of it. Like, bro, go get this shit for Dak. Focus on this. Don't just look at receivers like, no, he need one of these unicorns. And this is one of the classes that's full of the unicorns. That's what I'm saying. So when I go back, my next receiver, okay, that I know a lot of people sleeping on is Caleb Douglas. And he gonna be like you probably be able to get him in round 3, round 4. But bro, like when you look at the Twitch, I'm finna show y'all his Twitch. I'm looking up his measurables now. So y'all give me 1 second. Okay, NFL draft. Y'all give me a second. I should have already had this ready so I would have been able to speed through this. But, you know, I just forgot I didn't pull this up with him yet. All right, so let's go through this. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Okay. So, with Caleb Douglas, we talking about a guy with 4.3. I don't want to show that. 4.39 speed. Let me make sure y'all can see that 4. Now, give me a second. 4.39 speed electronically. And Sticky say, boss, I need to double back on running back too. Yeah, we need that too. We need that too. We definitely need that. Appreciate the super chat. And with Dexter Lawrence, that should be priority, right? His vertical is very baby though. He has a very baby vertical, a good broad jump, right? So he ain't jumping worth nothing, but he runs good. A 4.39 electronic is moving. So I want to introduce first his measurables before I start showing his film, because now his film gonna make a lot of sense when you see it. So when I go to his film, one of the things that you see about him as a big target, because he's 6'3", he has the best stops out of the big men. And this is why stops are important. Okay. Because I'm going to highlight these dudes and I'm going to show you that even though all of these dudes I'm going to show you are big route runners, they are also very different in terms of their strengths on the field. And I'm going to show you. His strength on this field is his ability to stop. Now, let me explain why that's important. So, as a former corner, one of the scariest things is dealing with a receiver that can stop on a dime. They're scary because they stop so fast, they can run at you and stop. Because that quarterback got a lot of time to get them the ball. And when you got a receiver that can stop on a dime, that ball go get to them faster. That mean they go likely be able to face you up as a corner. And if they twitch you, they can put a move on you. Okay? So you always want a guy that struggles to stop, because that means you gonna be able to close that space. So when they throw the ball, even if he catches, you gonna make the tackle. But guys that can stop, nah, they become a problem, because now they catching it and they facing you up. They looking right at you like, all right, and they trying to put a move on you. If you bite on a move, you'll get cooked. You go see him do that all day. All right. So that's him on the stop right here, right? And you go see over and over that when he catching stops, he usually getting 5 or 6 yards after the stop too, because he's open. So you see him on that stop route right there, and he made a miss. So even though he's bigger, his game, and if you smart, you will focus on what does he do well. He stops well. So you see him stop, face him up, and make a miss. You see it? That's what I'm talking about. You see? That's exactly what I'm talking about. And he go do it over and over and over. Multiple clips of at least stops. Boop. He stopped, face him up, get 5 more yards. See, those are hidden yards when you are elite at stopping. You know, here's another one. Boop. Stop. Make a miss. You know what I'm saying? Cut up field. That's because, see, that's why having twitch and being big is important. You see that out route explosive, because it's so quick, he's still able to turn up field and getting 5 more yards. See, a guy like this, he dangerous for different reasons. And see that release. So like he big, but he big and twitchy. Now you also know he big, twitchy, and fast. Look at that release. Look at that release. That release, stack, get on top, touchdown. You know? So, and what I'm doing is, let me hold on real quick. Let me get where I can kind of show y'all what my little notes say. I need to show y'all my notes. Y'all give me 1 second. So you see great release and high point. So I'm showing like the differences between these guys. So check it out. So you go see the release, and then he high points the ball, right? So, you know, so if you pick him up, you need to know what he's good at and how he fits Dak. So this guy would be dope at stops. He would be dope at out routes. He gonna be dope at going to get the ball, and he's dope on his releases. Right. So that's why I needed to kind of clip these guys so you can see what does he consistently win on. See right here, it's releases, right? So you're not, even though he's big, you're not seeing a lot of big man moves. You're not seeing that. You seeing little man winning, right? That's because he's big and twitchy. So look at this release right here. Ooh, see, that's a little man release. You know what I mean? He has the agility of a little man. So hold on, let me see what my notes said on this. Yeah, great release in high point. So he go do it again. Yeah. So, and when I see you doing something over and over and over, I say that's what you're strong at. That's why I look at that and I break you down. And so it's almost like when I was playing corner, I needed to know what you was good at. I needed to know, what's your game? Like, what do you like to do? What's your go-to? So when I'm out there, I would be like, yeah, this guy is good at stopping. So I need to make sure I take a real good read step with him. I need to take my time in my back pedal because he go stop on me. So, this is why I'm telling you, I'm breaking these guys down on what they're good at. Look. So this is another release, but that's a good release in high point. The reason why you want to see them high point the ball, because if you big, I want to see you use that. Okay. I want to see you use that over defenders. And you see him doing it. That's one thing. That's where he high pointed, but he also did it with a little man release. And he's 6'3". Look, high point. You see, high pointing the ball, getting over the corner, but got the separation from a dope release. And had the concentration to come down with it and get 2 feet down. So, and we talking about a guy like this, scarily, we talking about a guy like this round 4. Now this is one of my favorite dudes, hands down. Okay. So let's talk about Chris. So Chris Brazzell, another one of those unicorns that Jordan Lewis was talking about, right? 6'5", but he also runs a 4.3, which is scary, right? And so he also has a different game, and I'm gonna go over his pros and cons. So let's go to the list. Let's look at his measurables. Then we go through his film, and just at least look at some of his attributes. So looking at Chris Brazzell, super freak, 6'4", runs a 4.37. I don't know why Mache doesn't have his face by his 40. Like, because when Mache put his face by you, he's saying that's something that stands out, right? So his hand size stand out. His 10-yard split is elite. So he basically is big as hell, but he has little man agility with that 10-yard split, basically. And I still don't know why Mache don't have this highlighted. And he fast. Okay. So this is somebody, this is why I'm like, bro, you got to go get this. You can't be over here trying to protect Pickens and CD Lamb, or it's like, no, add this to your arsenal, because it's a lot of them. All right. So let's go back to the film. So if you go to the film, like everybody, they all do different things well. Okay. So what you see with him, and I showed this in my notes, and you see me have notes at the top corner. You see twitch and high point. That's one thing he does extremely well. Twitch, he's twitchy, and he high points. So you see twitchiness, boom. You see, he'll go get it. So let me show the note again. So he also has twitch to make a defender miss. Right. That's why these guys are unicorns. This is what Jordan Lewis was talking about when he was saying they big and they twitchy.
Saying like receivers nowadays, bro. Eric, you get 6'2", 6'3" guy that's twitchy.
This is what he's talking about. So when you get a guy like this that's big and twitchy, he big, but he can make you miss, as you can see, right? And that's when they scary. It's like you big, but you see him put that move on that dude to make that safety miss. He not just long. He long and got the agility and the twitch, and he fast. So you see him able to run by balls easily. Because some people say, well, this is just Tennessee scheme. No, it ain't just scheme. You know, now you got to see when he's matched up athletically. And when you see him matched up athletically, hold on, let me see what my note said on this. This was an average release, but a super high point. So let me go to the high point. And see, that's what you want to see right there. See, that's what make them dope. This is why you should separate the categories, right? Because see what he did to him, even though the release was bad, the high point was just too good to where I'm just bigger than you and I can go get it. Let me see what my note said on this one. Yeah, so super high point. So what's happening is when you really break these guys down, you start seeing what they're really good at. So he's twitchy, but he also, again, what is he doing? He high pointed the ball. He ain't have to, but he good at it. And he'll go high point it. And this one was so this guy right here, if he was with Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, let me go see what my notes say on this. Damn, I missed my note. My bad. I should be able to. Yeah, he just bullied him. That's a bully. And he high pointed it again. So the one thing you should be able to see is a pattern with these guys. It's like, what do you keep seeing, especially downfield? High point, bully ball. Right. Let me look at my notes. My notes said, yep, high points. And so it's like, so you, and see, look, let me ask you a question. Let me just ask you a question. Is that corner in good position? I'm looking at my notes. Is that corner, matter of fact, is that corner in great position? I can tell you right now, that is excellent position. He's on his upfield shoulder. He's actually stacking the receiver. He can see the ball coming because he's looking back. He's guarding the receiver like in basketball, right? He's guarding it. So at this point, it's a battle for who can get the ball. This has nothing to do with the separation right now. Nothing. At this point, does your possession skills take over? Whether you're the corner or the receiver, because both of them are in excellent position. What happens? Push off, a perfect push off because it's not flagrant. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't call that in the league. He gets a perfect subtle push off right when the ball coming down in a corner that's in perfect position and high points it. Shit. Take it easy on my back.
Take it easy on my back.
All right. And so this is another high point and attacks the football. All right. So now you should see there's a pattern with him in his game and what he's good at. High points. You see what I'm saying? So put it like this. If he won 6'4", 6'5". Oh, this is a good one. I love your question right here about common sense. He said, boss, how would they iron sharpen iron with GP and CD? It would happen naturally. Okay. It would happen naturally because let's just talk about it in worst case scenarios to common sense question, right? In the worst case scenarios, GP would feel threatened by another dope receiver. CD might feel threatened. That does happen. Okay. I know people try to act like locker rooms, everybody brothers, but no, at the end of the day, they know they are competing for the contract. They know that. They know they can, so it can become subtly toxically competitive. So let's just assume from your question that GP doesn't help him, CD doesn't help him. Don't help him, don't give him no tips, no nothing. He still is going to get sharpened, right? From watching them. Okay? Just watching them, how they practice, how they go against elite competition at practice and in games. But more importantly, he's going to be being sharpened because he's not going to have pressure. The people that game's going to the people that teams are going to be focused on constantly is Pickens and CD. So he's going to get sharpened because he's not going to have the level of competition that they do. He's going to get sharpened because his confidence is going to grow, because he's going to be winning mostly just because he's going against guys not as good. Because every team is going to put their best on Pickens and their best on CD. They go put the scraps on this guy. That's going to automatically sharpen him. That's why when I studied receivers, when first round receivers come under existing all pros, it's a 95% success rate. Why? They're sharpened because their confidence grows, because they not being targeted every week like receivers that are thrown out there as heroes, right? So like for instance, what's going on with Thomas right now? Thomas. He exploded year one. Why is he starting to go backwards? See, when you young receiver and they always sit in their best corner, doubles, right? Brackets, all that type of shit. And it's working, it could affect your confidence, you know? So what happened to that other receiver, Harris, right? The number one receiver. What happened to him at Arizona? He couldn't be sharpened because nobody could take the pressure off of him. You see what I'm saying? So automatically common sense, just being in a room with CD and Pickens, even if they don't help him, he gonna be sharp. I just want to answer your question. All right. So going back to Chris, looking back at Chris, let me look at my notes on what I said right here. High points attacks the football. Yeah. So one thing, so when you breaking them down and you're looking at them, you still in the same traits. Him going up to attack the football. So you can really see what he good at. And somebody asked me, is Jeff Cadwell on the list? Nope. I don't even have Jeff on the list. Yep. I don't even have Jeff on the list. And I talked about that earlier. Because just being big and fast is not enough for me. I'm looking for big, fast, with twitch as well. That means you got some agility, you got some wiggle, that you move like a little man even though you big. So, all right, so if I break him down, right, hold on real quick. The strengths I see is twitch, high point, determined. See, that's something that you want to look for to me in receivers as well. What do I mean by determined? Determined is when you attacking the football, like when that corner was on him. Which one of these guys got that mentality that I'm coming down with this motherfucker? That's a determined receiver, right? You in good position, but you ain't finna win. See, it's certain receivers that's like that. And those bigger guys, especially if they play determined. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a perfect person that was the picture of a determined receiver. Y'all gonna feel me when I say it. If you could put a picture by a receiver that say, when the ball in the air, who is the perfect person in history to come down with it? Y'all should be able to answer that question. Yourself. One of y'all already did. I love y'all. Dez. Dez is the epitome of determined. Like, you can be in a perfect position. You can be right there on Dez, in his hip. But when that ball in the air, Dez was like, bro, I'm coming down with this shit, bro. If I gotta catch this shit on my ear, I'm coming down with it, bro. And somebody said Mouse. Mouse, in my opinion, wasn't as determined as Dez. See, Mouse was a better athlete. So Mouse was one of them dudes, but he was determined though. He was, Wilson. He was. He just wasn't as determined as Dez. Like, Dez was, say, put it like this. If it's a pack of 5 people and Romo throw a Hail Mary, who coming down with it? For real. Like, for real. If it's a pack of 5 receivers and DBs and Dez in there, who was coming down? Dez. But Mouse was different. Mouse was just, I'm freaky. Like, Mouse ran a 4-1. You know what I mean? So he was blowing by people. That was Mouse game, you know. But he was determined though. He was. I just don't think he was as determined as Dez. He said, "Hey boss, why do you show your video sideways?" Because what happens is, even though I'm doing responses, which we can use this in terms of fair use, they got these algorithms built in to where it'll shut the stream down. You know, if you have it turned the right way, it'll just shut the stream down because they'll think you're stealing the content. You're not stealing the content if you're doing commentary on it. That's what makes it fair use. It's something called fair use. As long as you're doing commentary to it, but the algorithm is not gonna know it. They go just think you just kind of stealing content, and they go shut the video down. So that prevents the video from being shut down. That's why you turn to the side. All right. So anyway, going back to strengths, I'm gonna move to the next guy. All right. So, I want to talk about his weaknesses too. His weaknesses to me is his release and his low end body control. So what I mean by low end body control is, who are those receivers that have, like, so for instance, I'm gonna tell you, Pickens has excellent body control, right? Excellent. Like, people that's so coordinated, they can be catching a ball, right? You're catching and you're dragging your feet at the same time. See, that's coordination. That's control. That's body control. When you don't have body control, what you'll do is you'll put all your energy on the catch, but your lower end won't be under control to be able to also do the details of dragging your feet. So when I look at Chris, I notice a lot of times, even though he would hop on it, his legs get wild. His legs are spread. Or so if your legs are spread like that, you can't stay under control to get 2 feet down. Like Julio was somebody. Julio Jones. You talking about some of the dopest in the world. When he was at his best, Julio would be catching it with his tips and dragging his toe. Amari had excellent body control. Excellent. So, so I'm not just hyping these guys. I'm looking at him. I say, I see you do this well. Like, he's a perfect bully. He's a perfect hop corner. He's a freak athlete, but his legs get wild. And see, I would, if I was scouting him, I would say, all right, Dallas, y'all gonna have to really do some body control drills with him, because we go leave some plays off the field if you don't fix that. Because he go get it, but he might not get his feet down. So you need somebody that can go get it and can get their feet down. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I'm not just giving these guys strengths, I'm giving strengths and weaknesses. All right, so the next guy, and I did this one yesterday. Shit. The next guy. All right, and y'all asked about this yesterday. So I'm gonna go a little bit more detail today. This dude, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me, because when I first looked at him, I gave him 2 stars. I looked at him again and said, what the hell was you thinking? Oh boy, Klebo, you said it perfect. Gallup, man, you right. Gallup had dope body control. Man, that boy Gallup was like a man. Gallup was like Picasso. You know what I mean? He was like art. You know what I mean? That boy Gallup would go high point that hoe, right? Tuck it as he turning and get 2 feet down and fall on his face. Man, like, so when you break these dudes down, it's like, am I seeing that? Am I seeing? But I'm telling y'all, this dude, he has body control, bro. And in my opinion, Jacoby has the strongest hands in the class. He has the strongest hands, in my opinion, in the class, right? Because you see him do stuff that you now. I've seen Pickens make one-handed catches. I've seen CD make dope one-handed catches. I don't see them doing it with touchdowns, because that's when the stakes are high. And you see this dude doing it with touchdowns. And, you know, for all the people that really love Pickens, the main stuff that people love about Pickens, is that he's a warrior. You know, he one of them receivers that'll get after you, right? And that's what make people so loyal to him. He has that same type of Pickens energy, for lack of better words. So let me get into his profile real quick. Because I'm doing this with obviously everybody, right? So let me go to my boy. Give me 1 second. Jacoby Lane. All right. So if you go look at Jacoby Lane, right, and this tool is by Todd Mache. What is wrong with Todd? Todd don't like speed. Man, it's like, say, Todd. But look at all the highlights that Todd put on the. Look at all the highlights that Todd featured. Arm length, crazy. Hand size, 10.5. See, this is why this dude be doing that. This dude got basically baseball gloves as hands. He has a 40-inch vertical. And this is why he has his 10-yard split is 1.58. That's little man. That's like a little man. That's why I'm telling you, you cannot Dallas. You cannot pass on this class. This is why I have fully abandoned team trenches. I don't fuck with y'all this draft. That was last draft. This draft, I don't fuck with you. I was team trenches last year. I was team trenches for one tech. I'm still team trenches for the edge. But I'm not for the draft. Y'all can kiss my whole ass. I mean that too. For the draft, team trenches, you can kiss my entire butt. For the quality of weapons that's in this class. You can kiss my entire butt. All right, so let's break him down. All right. So I'm trying to see the best way this. All right, here we go. Let's just go. All right. All right, so the thing that I would say, he's probably one of your most determined. Like, look, see what you go see over and over with him is a guy who really knows how to use his size. So the safety is in the perfect position, but he high points it to the point to where you just can't get up here with me. I got a 40-inch vertical. I'm just too high for you, little guy. I'm too big for you, little guy. I know how to go get that thing. So the thing you go see over and over with him is that high point ability. This is why I've always separated these guys from normal route runners, because it's a difference of what make them good. So, and this is another when he was younger, but you go see a perfect high point. You go see this is what DBs can't do nothing about. This is why Jordan Lewis was saying what he was saying. He was like, bro, it's innovating faster than we keeping up. He said that because it get to a point where you just can't do nothing.
Nowadays, bro, Eric, you get 6'2", 6'3" guy that's twitchy.
I'm trying to
but
tell
when
you,
you got a 6'3" guy, you know, decades ago, they was just going up. You know what I'm saying, or a straight line. Yep. It's guys that can do guys.
See what? So my question is, what if you got to buy a guy that's bold? And this guy is bold. He twitchy and he can go get it. So watch this high point. And this is why I want these guys, because they affect points. He way above the rim right there. It is nothing you can do as a DB unless you have his measurables. I'm telling you that as a former corner. When you're going against a guy that's 6'4", 6'5", all right, this is the best way I can explain it. You can have all the heart in the world, but if you trying to defend LeBron James in the paint, he's gonna dunk on you, bro. I don't care how big your heart is, bro. I don't care. You can be in the perfect position. You can be right on LeBron's hip. But the problem is you 5'11". That's the problem. You 5'11", you 6 foot, LeBron 6'6", 6'7". They go easily feed the ball to him. He go just turn around and just mash your ass. That's what you get with these type guys. This is why the Dallas Cowboys you cannot pass on this draft. This is why exactly physics drill. It's just basic physics. Yep. It's just basic physics. Yep. This is why I have stopped everything to make sure I do a bigger detailed job on the quality of these guys. We're about 6 days from the draft, and I said, I got to do a scouting report on these dudes. That's how important this is. And if you come here talking about we need defense, your channel stupid, I'm going to say, bro, listen, you just ain't did the work, bro. I understand your concern. I get it. But at this point, I've just done too much work to talk general like that, bro. Oh, that's right. LeBron 6'9". My bad. I knew I got his. I was thinking about it as I said. I probably under because that's right. Kobe 6'6", 6'7". LeBron, yeah, LeBron something else. So here we go. But let me go back. Let me go back to this high point shit. All right, so let's get it. All right, so it ain't nothing you can do. Is what I was showing, and here you go see him use it over and over. Now this shit here right here, it is nothing you can do about that right there, bro. And I'm telling you as a former corner, it is nothing you can do. First of all, look at that release. That release is a little man release. It's not a clumsy, big, I'm big, tall, clumsy ass release. That's a quality release off of the line of scrimmage. But then he does a perfect push off. What's a perfect push off? Where it's not flagrant. Where I'm going to get the space I need, but I'm not going to just push you to where I'm going to draw a flag. So he's giving him a perfect, subtle push off. You can see it because he got his hand right there on his stomach. You can see him pushing him out, right? Which is perfect, right? But then this right here, it is nothing you can do. It is nothing you can do against a guy like that. The corner is in perfect position. And you see a high point bully ball box out is what I call it. He boxed him out. And he high pointed it. It is nothing you can do. It's just physics. That's why you just got to go get these guys. Get these guys. Target these guys. Especially in the red zone. It's just nothing you can do. So I think this is one of his dopest plays. Like this, another play where the corner is in perfect position. Watch this. This shit crazy. Now watch his release. Watch his release off the line of scrimmage. Look at this. Boxing out again. You see what he doing? You see the push off? See, he's positioning himself to attack the ball. You see what I'm saying? See, this is why people get on my nerves when they was on Dez. Like, Dez, he couldn't run routes. I didn't give a damn. See, this right here is what Dez was gonna kill you. Everybody said, Dez ain't good on routes. It's like, bro, but okay, if Dez was a D on routes, I wouldn't care. I promise you, I wouldn't care. Because Dez is an A++++ on attacking the football. And coming down with it. Now watch this. Bruh. He catching the ball contorted like this, bruh. The DB got his hand on the ball. He's making a catch like this. For a touchdown. Bruh. For touchdown. 99.9% of receivers not coming down with that. You needed to be the right height, the right strength, the right hand size, the right arm length. 99.9% of receivers wouldn't have even been close. This is another one, obviously, where he doing the same thing. I'm just bullying the corner, subtle push off. My gifts is just, I'm LeBron. You're in a great position, corner. The only problem is you don't have a 40-inch vertical. You don't have 32-inch arms. And you don't have the coordination to come down with it like me with one hand. Look at that release. So the release, and look at, see, he bullying him. See, this is why with certain receivers you can just throw it to him. I played point guard when I hooped. Man, every one of my guys always got my ball, bro. Because I was, when I saw you in the right position, I always knew how to put it right in the right spot for you, bro. That was my thing. I was an assist king, bro. I was assist king. Everybody knew when they played with me. I'm like, bro, just get in the right position. I got you. Just post them up right. That's all I need to see from you. A good post up, and I was gonna feed you. You know what I mean? That's how you do with these type dudes. He gonna post you up, bro. Let me see what my note said. My note said determined. Right. See, that's the thing. What you see with him is a lot of determined, like determined receive. And you don't hear a lot of people say that, but that's my term. The determined receiver is the one that's like, bro, I know we battling this for the ball, but shit, I am the one coming down with this thing, bro. Bully, when I say bully, that's somebody who know how to basically push off the right way. One-handed is freaky, and then high-pointed one-handed is just freaky. That's just God. That's just, this guy's made to do this, bro. Let's keep going. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, so let's see. Yeah. Another one of them high points. Yeah, he determined to come down with it. And he come down with it. He more determined than you. I got more determination. This is another one. This is another one where 99% of receivers not coming down with this touchdown, bro. Look at the corner. Look. Let me ask you a question. Is the corner in a great position? Not good position. Great position. Is he in a great position? I'll put it like this. If I'm the cornerback coach and he got that touchdown caught on him, I'm going to say, hey, bro, listen. Hey, that dude just made a hell of a play. Ain't nothing. You perfect. I still would get a cornerback a plus. I'd be like, that's a plus, bro. Listen, you can't play it no better. That was a perfect ball, perfect catch. And if they gotta throw it perfect and make perfect catches all day on you, I would take that. Determined, bully, one-handed, high point. All of that is crazy. That's crazy to do it one time. He does this multiple times. So, I mean, the quarterback just throwing it up to Jesus. Look at that. He just throwing it up, bruh. He just, man, he. But when a dude's 6'5", 40-inch, he go get it. Look, bro. 99.9% of receivers don't make this play, y'all. So, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to show y'all some more, man. Listen, it's just what it is, bro. And see, see, this is why I love him and Lemon, bro. I don't like him and Lemon. I love him and Lemon, bro, because them two dudes, this is why I'm Elf Team Trenches this year. Because I love receivers that will go across that middle with courage, bro. Put it like this. He killed Thieneman. Oh, my God. He smoked Thieneman. Just look at this, bro. Like, and this is why I said determined by him. Determined. See, us as fans, we would look at a play like that and be like, yeah. But see, you got to look at it from their standpoint. You got to put yourself on a field with them and think about what he doing right here. He is across the middle with a corner draped on his back, a safety coming right at him, and he extending himself like this to catch the ball. What does that say? You crazy. See, that's crazy. See, him and Lemon, They're crazy. I saw him and Lemon come across the middle. They fearless, bro. They are fearless. I see both of them. I put it like this. I saw CeeDee Lamb sometimes be like, where he'll try to catch it like this instead of going to get that thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do this shit. Cause that safety was streaking. And sometimes I'd be like, I ain't mad at you, man. Quarterback set you up. For real. For real. But the quarterback threw that bitch high. High as hell. And he stretched out to get it across the middle. Look. Now you could have got killed right there. Hold on. Yeah. But you know, that's why I say he probably the most determined receiver. He one of the most determined receivers. Him and Lemon. Like Lemon, man, boy, y'all better go look at Lemon across that middle. Lemon a fool. When it comes, boy, him and probably they fed off each other. Cause I'm like, both of y'all, look and see, that's a perfect bully. That's perfect. That push off, perfect. Not flagrant. Right when the ball coming down. You know. So his game is bully ball. That route was trash, but he boxed him out. I ain't never seen no receiver turn their back. That shit crazy. I'll be like, what you doing, bro? Look at it. He turned his back. It worked, but I was like, what the fuck was that? Cool. Then he mugged the safety. See, that's that Pickens energy, bro. Yeah. Another one-handed catch, bro. And see, that's why Mache put that highlight on his hands, his hand size. Look at that. Hold on real quick. Bro, don't, all right. I sure wish I could open up my phones, bro. I swear to God. Somebody named T. Sanders say, boss, let's be real, though. Picking wide receiver at 12 make no sense. Why? I'm going to pause and, why? Let me guess. We need defense. We need defense. Yeah. I want to hear your answer, T. Why? Watch this. I want to hear it. I'm going to wait on your answer, T. You say picking and receive at 12 make no sense. Oh, why? Watch this. We need defense. Watch this shit. It's going to be something like that. We need defense. Watch this shit. Why? I'm waiting on you, T. You said it makes no sense, so you should be able to easily type out why, T. It don't make no sense, so you should be able to easily explain it real fast. Oh yeah, it makes no sense because of this. What don't make no sense is to be thirsty for defense. That's what don't make no sense. See, that's actually the worst move. See, a lot what happened is because Eberflus defense was so bad, y'all became thirsty. That same thing happened at wide receiver 2 last year. Because the wide receiver T need was so big, most people became reachy. You reaching. We need D. Now, what if all your D is wiped out at 12? See, he still ain't answered. You still ain't answered. Because you really don't have an answer. You just talking. So let me get back, because I'm actually working, bro. I'm not just doing that talking shit. Let's just be real. It makes no sense. So y'all come in here sneak dissing all this work I'm doing, but now you have no counter to a basic ass question. Come on, let's be real. Bro. See, y'all the people that would have picked Chase on over CeeDee Lamb. Y'all them people. Because we needed edge then. See, y'all them people that would, man, we need D. Let's go with Chase on, man. That's CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, we don't need that. We need D. Chase on took 5 years before he really showed pass rush eliteness. CeeDee Lamb was instant day one. Yeah, common sense. Back to the show. All right. See, but that shit pissed me off because I'm sick of that. We need common sense, Cowboy fans. We need people who can look at evidence and say, you know what? Even though we need defense, we can't pass up on dope shit. Like when you can't pass. It's like sometimes you got to say, hey, listen, man, we might have to live with these band-aids that we did in free agency. Fuck it. Because I'm just not passing on this type shit. I'm not. Look at that release. And see, this is what makes him good right here. See right there, that push off. And see, people underrate that. They want receivers to win one way. Routes. Oh, see, T, man. T, bro. I'm not going to address you. This is my last time addressing your ass, bro. He said, boss, I was driving, man. Relax. LOL. This is not about what you want. This, bro, the fact that you don't have no answer, bro. You just don't have no answer, bro. Fuck it. Back to what I was saying, bro. I asked him, what should why? This is what the cow, but now you want to just talk and shit. Shut up, bro. All right. The way he gets open is he gets open through bullying. And see, people need to know that because a lot of people, they be looking at the receivers. They want you to win one way. Routes. Get open with routes. Some of these guys get open when they're not open. Hold on, let me turn off the music and say that. Some of these guys are open and get open even when they're not open. What do I mean? Those of us who actually watched Michael Irvin was never open, bruh. I guarantee you, if they was measuring separation with Michael Irvin, he would probably have the worst separation in history. I almost guarantee you that. But what Michael Irvin was the best at, him and Dez, they would, especially Michael Irvin, nobody was better at cheating and bullying than Michael Irvin. He was the best of all time at bully ball. I'm talking about the best. The best contested person all time was Dez. The best bully all time, the playmaker. In history. It was so many times people would be in perfect position with Michael Irvin. Perfect. And at the very last second when the ball was coming down, because Michael Irvin was strong as fuck, he would do a subtle push, and he would do it on your hip. The ref would never see it. He would be running. He would just hit you with it as the ball coming down there. And make it look easy. Every time. Michael Irvin, you strive for stride. You in perfect position. He ain't even tripping because he know he finna cheat. He push, and then go and give it back. Yeah, give it to the ref. Like that was easy. It's a reason why I think it was 1993. Michael Irvin had the dopest stat probably of all time. In 1993, 90% of Michael Irvin catches was for first downs. And he never got called because he knew how to get separation outside of just routes. Separation is, I just need space at the right time. So when you judging these receivers, don't just judge them by routes. You got to rush. Do you know how to get separation sometimes while you're attacking the ball? Why do you think teams could never stop the slant with Michael Irvin? It's not that they didn't know that it was coming. They just couldn't stop him because he was a bully. He knew how to push off. And it never was flagrant. He knew how to get big. That's all it was. So 3rd and 3, the slant is coming. You can't do nothing because Michael Irvin finna bully your ass. It was just like that. I swear it was just like that. Michael Irvin wasn't open. He never was open hardly. He just was the best bully. Shit, y'all better listen to me. And that's what you see with this guy. Bullying. Getting separation at the last second. You know, people that's in good position, but he know how to push off at the right time where it's not flagrant. You know. So, and I showed all this yesterday. Let me kind of speed up because this show taking longer than I wanted it to. But I'm kind of highlighting these guys because I'm showing you that this class is different. See, keep in mind, I'm talking about round 2 guys, round 3 guys, round 4 guys. You know, I'm not even talking about, you know, the first round guys. You know, I'm talking about sneaky talent that you can just sneak on your team. Like, watch how he bullied this dude. Watch this bullying. Watch this. This has nothing to do with just feet talent. This is, I'm bigger and I know how to play bigger. Watch this. Corner in good position. And he just yanks him. Moves him out the way. He moves him out the way. Touchdown. Bully ball. Yeah. Yeah, just bully ball. Yeah. So it's more ways to get open than just feet. You know. It's just, you know, and that's what I'm showing. Like, that's why I target these guys. You know. Great release, great stack, great push off at the. See, he just like Michael Irvin on. Look at that push off. You know. That's how some people get separation too, bro. Somebody say take the stream down. That look at this. This is another one. This is why I call him determined, bro. Look, bro. Any receiver with a safety beelining at him that's extended like this, they're crazy, dog. I'm telling you, anybody that's stretching out like that with a safety coming right at them, they're crazy, dog. They're crazy. Look at this. And this is why I call him. Let me ask you a question. Is this corner in a good position or in a great position? I say this corner is in a great position. Upfield shoulder, able to look back for the ball, right? Watch this. Now, Lou said he had 2 hands on this. Let me see. I think that's 1 hand. Hold on. It's still dope either way. Either way, 2 hands on 1 hand. The body control, 2 defenders draped on him. Get 2 feet down. That's 1 hand, Lou. Lou, that was 1 hand. No, because I just saw his other hand finally wrap the ball. That means he caught it with 1 hand. Because his right hand, his left hand came in at the last second. That was a 1-handed touchdown again with 2 people draped on him. Hold on quick. And see, this is my favorite play right here, bro. This dude got up smiling, bro, after getting his head knocked off. He crazy, bro. See people that like this dude got Pickens energy, bro. Like, for real, for all the people like, man, Pickens, man. And somebody say, boss, can you speak on these guys' deficiencies? I will. Yeah, I got you. Because I do that with every one of them. I do. Because they do got deficiencies. I'm going to talk about his deficiencies. But look, see, right here, he knows the hit is coming, bro. That's right. Somebody say, who is the QB? Right, because the QB keeps setting them up, bro. The QB keeps setting them, bro. They be throwing that ball hot as hell. And he know right now, I'm finna get hit. Even though it's a split second, trust me, he know the hit coming, bro. And sure enough, that dude knocks his helmet off, and his crazy ass get up smiling. Yeah, his crazy ass, bro. This dude got Pickett's energy, bro. Look, hold on. And see, remember I told y'all about that low end body control, bro? This is what I'm talking about. Low end body control. This is something that Chris struggles with. I'm keeping it real. So you asked about, you know, like Chris doesn't, when I was watching him, I didn't see this type of low end body control. You feel me? You saw the speed, you saw the high points, you saw all of that, but you didn't see that let me get 2 feet down on purpose as I'm catching, all in sync. That's what you see with him though. You see what I'm saying? You see that low end body control. And he got 2 feet down. It's like, bro, you didn't even have to do that. This is college. You can get 1 foot down. He like, I'm going to give your ass bonus. I'm going to give you 2 feet down. Strong hands, bro. And it just, look, he put 2 feet down. Shit, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And so anyway, we finna, so yeah, now I'm finna talk about his weaknesses right here. Okay, because I look at all this shit. But to tell that boy got that Pickens energy, boy, I'm telling you, bro. So, you know, it's just what it is. Hold on real quick. I'm getting to his weaknesses now. Look at, man, that boy say, man, that boy nice off the line to be that big, bro. That boy nice off the line. Say, man, usually them boys stiffer than stiff juice. Usually they don't have to. Here we go. So, here we go. So, strengths. Strong hands. Okay. Determined. So, meaning he the type that's going to come down with it when you're in good position. Tough. High points. Weaknesses to me. Game speed doesn't look elite. It looks average to me. I don't see separation. A lot of it, at least. And I don't see just the crispest routes. It's almost like this. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like this, right? So, but most people care about separation and routes. I care about, do you win when the ball come your way? That's what I care about. Some people, so when my brother asked what's his weaknesses, why not people focusing on them? I think it come down to what Botch say all the time, man. Teams suck at drafting. And that happens a lot because I'm going to be honest with you. It's easier to scout from where I am. It's much easier to be bold sitting in my seat because my job is on the line. I mean, not on the line. See what I'm saying? The reason why I think a lot of scouts get it wrong a lot, because to me, they're forced into groupthink almost. You forced into it. Because if you're thinking about job security, you don't want to take no wild swings. I can take a wild swing. I can say, hey, this dude got Pickens energy. Hey, I see the same traits in him that I see in Pickens. Right? I can say that from my seat. Right? But when you sitting up there and you got to give a report to Jerry and Steven, and if you strike out on too many of your reports, you fired. You likely go start picking people that's the safest and that everybody else is pushing, right? Because now, if you wrong, let's say about I'm trying to think of a popular candidate that I was low on. What's the tight end from Atlanta? Pickens. What's the tight end from Atlanta, man, that everybody love? What's the fucking tight end? What's the tight end from Atlanta, man? I can't remember his name, bro. Yeah, Bane is a good example. Yup, Bane is a good example, bro. That's a good example. I think Styles is a good as Kyle Pitts. Yeah, Kyle Pitts, bro. Yeah, see, I was one of them like hell no on Kyle Pitts.
Oh, hell no.
When people was calling Kyle Pitts the best in the draft, I'm like, bro, y'all don't fucking see Chase in this draft? Y'all see Chase? No, man, Pickens is generational. Yeah. Bro, D. Smith smoked him. Like, destroyed him. Man, but Pickens, man, he generational, balls. See, I could be bold. I could be, man, fuck what y'all talking about. And nothing was gonna happen to me. But if you're a scout, right? Well, Kyle Pitts, he generational. Why? Because if we end up picking him and he flame out, man, Jerry, everybody was saying that it's just him. See, I think a lot of people get missed because a lot of scouts are forced to be safe. I'm being honest. And a lot of people go be safe when it's job security. So I think that's why see, I remember the Debo class, bro. I remember what people were saying about DK. People were saying these dumbest shit about DK, bro. It was the dumbest scout arguments that I probably ever heard in my life. The reasons why they started knocking Kyle Pitts, bro. Not Kyle Pitts. DK Metcalf. They were saying stuff like, is he too lean? Is he too muscular? I swear. I'm like, what? Listen to me, boss. Let me tell you, as a scout, when you have body fat that's at this level, they get hurt. Why can't we just accept that he's a genetic freak? Boss, listen, I'm a scout, so let me explain to you. DK's his body index, it's not like leveled to everybody else. And I was sitting there listening to people like, y'all really finna drop DK Metcalf because he's too much of a specimen? And they did. He got drafted after Tristan Hill at 58. Dropped his ass. DK always had first round talent. Always. Him and AJ. And them scouts sat there and overthought it. Sure did. Sat right there and overthought. Dallas did. We think Tristan Hill is going to be instant impact, so we didn't really see the need in DK Metcalf. I like, bro, see, all we need defense. That's what the fuck gonna happen to you goofy ass people. All you people out here, man, this is stupid. You stupid. We need defense. See, y'all the reasons why we pass on DK for Tristan Hill type shit. It be y'all ass. Oh yeah, we need, and then you fuck around and then have one of these dope ass dudes sitting right there, and I goofy ass be sitting there like, man, we need defense, man. I know Lemon, he, you know, but man, we need D, dog. We need D. Then it'll be round 2, and we'll be like, hey man, Bryce sitting right there, bro. 4.3 speed, walked on water, the dopest twitch out of all the big dudes. Man, but boss, man, we need defense, boss. Dog, he runs a 4.34. Man, boss, but we need defense, boss. Yeah, you know, I really don't have no answer for that dumbass shit you saying right now. Yeah, man, because we need defense, boss. Like, bro, so you better go find defense somewhere else then. For real. I'm definitely not on passing on these dope ass dudes. All right, so the next one, okay, because I told y'all, man, it's a lot of these dudes. So, and this one ain't gonna take us long. Ted Hurst. Okay, so let's look at Ted Hurst, and I'm going through your supersized weapons for now. I'm going through your supersized weapons for now. So Ted Hurst, if I go back to Todd McShay, right? And we go look at those, measurables and stuff like that. All right, so let's go to it. So, and notice that these guys that I'm talking about are very, very reachable, right? Let me go find him. Ted Hurst. So Ted Hurst on Todd McShay's board is at 97. Which means, and Jacoby Lane, who I just showed, he's 127. So that means you looking at third round for Ted Hurst. You can probably get Lane in the fourth round, is what he's saying. To kind of put it in perspective. Right? So I'm showing you that this class has massive, dope sleepers. Massive. And my boy Keystone said Ted Hurst equals George Pickens 2.0. I can see that. I can see that perfectly, Keystone. Perfectly. To me, I see what you see in terms of ability. He not as gangster, but ability. So let's go through. So another one of those freakish ass. Me and Keystone, we need to do a sleeper show this week, bro. This week. We always need to get that sleeper show in before the draft. Because we're going to be leaning on you. Obviously, we need to talk about all your sleepers. So let's set up before the draft a sleeper show. So, but 6'4". Okay. So, super size, arm length, super long arms, right? Big hand size. Now, keep in mind, Lane has 10-inch hands. His hand's big with 9-inch. His 10-yard split is also little man-ish, right? His vertical is, I don't know why he highlighted that vertical, but, that vertical, I like you in the 40s, but 36 too. Good. All right. So these are not late round slow fucks. You know what I mean? You know how usually round 3, round 4, the receivers done fell all the way off a cliff. What I'm showing y'all that even in round 3, round 4, it's gonna likely be some dudes there. And I probably wouldn't even take a chance, bro, because I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people go reach for these dudes. And it's gonna make sense. I would reach for these dudes. I would get a person like Ted in a second and wouldn't even blink. Like, bro. So his measurables are crazy, right? Ted. All right. So then let's go look at Ted now. So looking at Ted, what you see is twitch and high point again, right? This is why Keystone said Pickens, and I see him like Pickens too. He very Pickens-ish to me, very, right? So right there, what you're seeing is a super quality high point, and you go see him do that consistently. So it's like every one of these guys have, even though they big, I said this before, their games are different. So what he specialized to me is underneath routes and high pointing the ball. But those are also guys, and you can see right there, he's strong too. He's very strong, very strong. But what you go keep seeing me put under my notes is his high point ability. He goes and get it. He went and got it right there on the sideline, So that's those people like that. They Pickens and Dez ish. So Pickens and Dez ish are those people that's, you heard me say it, determined, where they come down with it even when they blanket it. Real good at high pointing, right? So I wouldn't quite say he walked on the water, but in terms of getting contested balls, he did. You know. So hold on. Yeah, so yeah, absolutely did. You know. And then I also call him a release king, because that's one thing about him. This is why Keystone called him Pickens. He's big, but he has great releases like Pickens. So that's why I'm looking at these dudes, because they're big. The ones I'm looking at, they're big, but they're twitchy, right? He's big, twitchy, and high points. Over and over with confidence. With confidence. His release is like taking candy. It's like he dealing with kids. Like, for real. When it come down to releasing off the football, and you saw that at the Senior Bowl. Yeah. So where the other receivers, I was shitting on their release. His release, shit. His release coming off the line of scrimmage, boy, he crazy. He dope. This is why I got release king, because he's very good at getting off the line of scrimmage. Very good, you know. So his strength is releasing and high point. Like I said, if I was scouting these dudes, I need to know what you good at, because I would need to know what I need to defend against. So now another thing that's real good about him is his stops. So he has good stops. And remember, I talked about that with the Texas Tech receiver, where when you can stop, that's scary, because then that means a quarterback can get the ball to you faster and you have time to face up the corner. And if you can put a move on them, you can get extra yards. So receivers with stop ability are scary. He has massive stop ability. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? His twitch is obvious. People that can stop well, they go get you the ball faster, and you able to do stuff after the catch. Massive red zone threat, massive, because of that hop. But you can see the stops. It's those stops that buys him time to be able to turn. So notice every one of these dudes, even though they're big, their games are different. You know, some of them are good at high points. Some of them are twitchy. Some of them are bullies, right? Some of them are a mix of it. So his thing is elite releases, high points, and stops. You see how he stopped, but because he was able to face up the corner, they gave him ability to put a move on him. So every one of these guys have different games, you know. So, but this is another one of those big old supersized ass weapons that, in my opinion, Dallas, you cannot pass up on this, man. I don't care how the crowd is deep. We need. All right, here we go. Hold on. Let me show y'all. All right. So, strengths, strong hands, release, stops, and high point in the football. I left that off. High point in the football. The weakness that I saw with him, which is also with Pickens, I really didn't see a full route tree. Right? If you go look at Pickens, a lot of times, even though if I was breaking down Pickens, the things that I would want to defend: slant route, dig route, vertical route. Those will be the main things I'm looking to stop if I'm guarding Pickens: slant route, dig route, vertical route. But what about the post corner? What about the speed out, right? What other parts of your route tree do you have, right? That's the same thing with Ted Hurst, right? Now, I saw dopeness on his out, but I didn't see them use a full route tree with him, so I do have concerns about that. Now, Elijah is a sleeper, big time sleeper, in my opinion, supersized weapon, because he's somebody that also has really good measurables, very good measurables, a natty, but the thing about, he high points well, good body control, decent releases. But what he specialized to me is contested ball and posting up well. So I'm gonna just let it play now. I'm gonna just let it play. Then I'm gonna kind of sum up the stream, because the stream has now gotten extremely long. Now I'm starting to kind of show some of these other sleepers. Now we talking about round 5, round 6. Let me show y'all this guy. You know, I already know Keystone. You likely already got him on your sleeper files. But Jamichael. Let me go over him and let me go back and show Elijah as well. I just want to show their measurables where you can kind of see. So Elijah, you know, who was the number 2 with Indiana. You can't see, you know, Mache don't have no 40 times. His arm length is good. His hand size is massive. 10-inch hands. Game speed look real good. Now, we don't see no 40 for him, which I don't care because his game speed is good, bro. Jamichael, and it's clear. Jamichael, super sleeper. Like, let's say if you get wiped out and you just sitting in round 5, right? You sitting in round 5 with a bunch of those round 5 picks. Dallas, you still gotta take this guy. You gotta take him. 6'3", 32-inch arms, massive ass hands, vertical. He jumping out the gym with a 30-inch vertical, and a little man 10-yard split, meaning burst. He coming out quick, right? Now, when you turn them on, what you see, you see that little man shit. Like, you see great releases. Now, he don't have a lot of production, so he would be somebody that's a project. Like, but you can see it on the film. You can see that it's like, just get him the ball more and build his confidence. So hold on real quick. Let me pause. So the strengths that I see with him, he has great stops, speed out, slants, twitch. The weakness with him is production and experience. You know, so, but my point is just kind of going through a lot of these guys and remember, because now I'm starting to wrap this up. The important thing is this. This is not all the receivers. That's the key thing to what I'm saying. This is not all the receivers. What I'm showing you right now are the unicorns. And what I'm saying is this class is deep with unicorns. The same unicorns that Jordan Lewis was talking about.
Nowadays, bro. Air, you get 6'2", 6'3" guy that I'm saying, like, receivers nowadays, bro. Air, you get 6'2", 6'3" guy that's twitchy.
I'm trying to
but
tell
when
you,
you got a 6'3" guy, you know, decades ago, they was just going up. You know what I'm saying, on a straight line.
That's what, see, so he's saying, bro, and see what I'm trying to show people. That's why I want to slow down and say, bro, listen. I'm being honest, bro. I'm being all the way honest. In my opinion, us content creators failed. We did. In my opinion, we failed. It's like hunting a unicorn, and like, I've been hunting these unicorns for years, y'all. Pickens' class is one of the best classes in terms of unicorns, because Pickens is a unicorn, right? Bigger receiver that's twitchy. His class was one of the best unicorn classes, in my opinion, with Romeo, Christian Watkins, Drake London, Burks, and him. But it dropped off real fast after that. It dropped off like that was it. It was like that shit. Once you got past them 5, you had no more unicorns. This class is different, bro. I still honestly have not went through all of them. That's what I'm saying about this class. And and most importantly, I have a track record of looking at this closely. This ain't something, I'm telling y'all, this ain't something I just woke up and said, let me be controversial today. Let me stir up some drama. Let me, I have all these books that I've written. So this is what I said as I'm concluding this, okay? This is what I said in my first book, okay? I said there's frankly not enough size and bigger athletes in the Dallas Cowboys receiver room. Leading the league in yards is a good thing. But leading the league in yards is empty stats without points matching. One of the Dallas Cowboys' most significant holes is how to close the gap in yardage success and point success. It is starting in scouting circles that a receiver core should mirror a basketball team in a variety of sizes. If the metaphor is accurate, the Dallas Cowboys are all shooting guards and point guards. The boss Cowboy offseason guy will attack the biggest weakness in potential quality red zone options that can improve points. So what I was saying with that is I'm a target on purpose bigger, twitchier weapons, what Jordan Lewis was talking about. Being ahead of the league.
6'3" guy that's twitchy.
I'm trying to
but
tell
when
you,
you got a 6'3" guy, you know, decades ago, they was just going up, you know what I'm saying, or a straight line.
So that's why I'm honestly saying we failed. Because I looked for years. And then I wasn't expecting it this year. I'm being honest. I wasn't expecting it. Because I was like, it's going to be like every other year. You know, it's, you know, a couple of big twitchy unicorns. Then you look out in the field and you say, damn, bro, it's a whole field of their ass. Y'all get the metaphor? You was looking for one for years. I wanted one for years. Now you got a chance at multiple? So you had somebody come in here and say, hey, man, you know, it don't make no sense to pick a weapon at 12, receiver at 12. All right, bro, fuck it. We can go with your all defense plan. Just don't get wiped out with your thirsty ass plan to where we miss out on unicorns. And see, keep in mind, you would be having unicorns come in behind CD Lamb and Pickens. Pretty much meaning you would likely have an unstoppable threat, bruh, as your number 3. You would likely have a super mismatch as your number 3. Somebody that's bigger, faster, jumps higher. And we talking about your third option. What if David Mulugata want to play tough? What options do the Dallas Cowboys have? They have none. But if you target one of these guys, these supersized weapons that I showed y'all, most of these guys are not just big, They're big, fast, and twitchy. And keep in mind, I left some dope ass dudes off my list too. Cause to me, they weren't twitchy enough. You twitchy, but not twitchy enough. So that's why one of the things that I want to focus on heavily on the final week of the draft was to make sure that we knew not to pass up on some of this elite talent. So if some of y'all like, if Jordan Tyson sitting there, we don't want him, I'm gonna be like, cool. I'm gonna be like, cool. Some of y'all like, if Lemon's sitting there, we don't want him, I'm gonna say cool. Cool. If Tate's sitting there and Down's gone, Delane gone, right? I'm gonna say cool. That's cool. All the defense, draft, fine. Fuck it. Y'all passed up on some dope first rounders. That's fine. But don't be so thirsty to where we in round 2 and you still talking that shit with these guys sitting there. I don't want to hear it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. So listen, man, it's your boy Boss Show Me. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. I do have a whole nother group that I want to talk about before the draft. I'm gonna likely do that tomorrow because this is a very long breakdown. But I want to show y'all these guys. I want to show you and clip out their specialties to where you could see it, where you could see the vision. The next group of guys, I probably ain't gonna do clips on them because it'll just take too long. I'm gonna just discuss. Nah, some of these dudes I gotta clip them. Fuck that. I got to. See, the next group I'm gonna talk about is the route runners. So the people that I talked about today was your possession / route runners. So the unicorns, the freaks. But then there's just sometimes some basic cold ass route runners, right? Where they're not big, but they elite with their feet. They get open, elite in speed. So that's my next video that I got to do. And I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. People like Zachariah Branch. Bro, I'm gonna just tell y'all, Zachariah Branch with Dak. Oh my God, bro. I don't want to give y'all too much because I'm gonna give it away for my next show. But some of these people you gotta imagine with Dak. Don't look at them just with what he did with Georgia. You gotta imagine him with the upside of Dak. You know, because what I see with Zachariah Branch, bro, that boy Zachariah Branch. So like, as you can see, he's short of 5'8", right? He got big hands, 9-inch hands. He get out quick with that 1.5. He jump high. He ran a 4.35. He's strong as fuck because he bench pressed 225 20 times. Even though he ran a 4.35, his football game speed looked 4.2. So these are also people that, this is why I'm saying Dallas, and this is why the people that's we need to make this an all defense draft. This is not the draft for that shit, bro. I'm be all the way honest. That's not the thing to do in this draft, bro. I'm being all the way honest. Don't go into this draft thirsty like we just picking defense to pick defense. Please don't do that. You go pass up on some very, very, very dope offense. I call him Baby Tyreek Hill. And I think with Dak, you would see it. Imagine a guy that has 4.2 game speed as your number 3. Hold on real quick. Somebody say, come on, boss, how many stars you done found? That's the whole reason I'm saying we failed, bro. Because this class, listen, and this I'm gonna show you, bro. Like, I guess I gotta show you. But I'm saying that's why I showed y'all before I said anything. I showed y'all the history of the books I've written, so that y'all can see that I've been looking at this for a long time. So if I've been looking at this for a long time, don't y'all think I would know? Damn, this class ain't like the other ones. If I got documentation for years, literally, I got documentation ranked for years now at this point. I've been doing this for years now at this point. I ain't just start doing this shit. So y'all don't think me writing 4 books, being very serious about off-season talk, y'all don't think I would have a perspective on when a class is not normal? Oh, they say he was just arrested? Good. Hopefully he ain't do nothing too crazy. And somebody say, I want the 6'4" guys. Dak needs the tall guys. I agree, dog. What did he get arrested for? Before I cheer, because I don't. If it's something icky, that was inappropriate by me. What did he get arrested for? But I'm letting y'all know. What I'm trying to show y'all is them big weapons. That ain't even all. It's some of them shorter dudes, them route runners. Bro, they dope as fuck too. Like Omar, man, say with the right team, that's Debo all over again, bro. Let me ask y'all, would y'all be mad at Debo as your third receiver? Let me turn off the music. Let me ask you a question. Would any of y'all be mad at Debo as your third receiver?
Oh, hell no!
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Concepcion. Shit. And then I got bro. Malik Benson. Bruh, listen. So my whole point is it is so many. Put it like this. Dallas, if it's one pick they couldn't get wrong, would be receiver. I mean, can't get wrong. So I want to make sure I stopped because I promised y'all I was gonna do this. I promised y'all I was gonna do a breakdown to start showing y'all why this class is rare. This is like that Tyler Guyton class. Y'all remember the Tyler Guyton class? We ain't seen a class like Tyler Guyton before or since in tackles. Think about it. See, the Tyler Guyton class, it was one of those weird tackle classes. It was weird because it was a lot of them. It was like Tyler Guyton was like 10th and was still a first rounder. That's how many freakish tackles it was that year. Some years just out the blue, just like, what the fuck just happened? Usually tackles, at best, is usually 3 first-round tackles. The Tyler Guyton year, it was about 10. It was just one of those. Like, it's so many tackles, you gotta get one. If you need a tackle, just go ahead and get one. Even if you don't need a tackle, shit, you might. If you want to just help your competition, you might get it. So that's why I stop everything and say, bruh, I gotta sign the alarm on this. This is why I can't let that thirsty talk of we got to draft defense at 12 and 20 no matter what, and we need to draft the whole draft to be all defense or yeah, bro. Nah, I need to put a stop to that talk. I need to put a stop to that shit. Yeah, because with that thinking, we gonna be over here reaching all in up and down the draft because we just so thirsty and we scorned over Eberflus. Can we be real? We panicking like a hoe when it comes to defense, bro. Let me turn off the music and say this, bro. Can I be real? We panicking, dog. We massively panicking. And you know what we doing? We blame that whole breakdown of the defense on talent. Can I ask you a question? Who had better talent? Zimmer or Eberflus? Who had better talent? Eberflus. Man, Zimmer had trash as look. Let me ask you a question. But was we going into that draft like we gotta draft defense? Now Zimmer had less talent. And y'all know I'm telling the truth, bro. Michael was out 4 games. Tank missed like 15 games or 14. It was a crazy ass number. Marshall Nealon was out. Sam Williams was out for the year. Diggs went out. Bland went out. He played with 9 different corners. I'm talking about Zimmer. His DTs was Mozzie and old ass Linval Joseph. And we was not going into that draft like we need defense, everything at every spot, every pick. We panicking, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. We panicking, bro. Especially with the free agency. Flus had a better D. So am I saying we don't need to look at defense? Yes. But do we need to go into the draft like it's a failure if we get offense? No. Nah, we panicking, bro. And we going into the draft where we are really set. And Cowboy fans would be mad. And it's like amazing to me. Like, I'm dead ass on this. Cowboy fans would be mad if we drafted Jordan Tice. Cowboy fans would be mad if we drafted Lemon. Man, that's a dumbass pick, man. We need defense, man. We need defense. It's like, bro, Down's gone, bro. Like, he gone. Man, that was a dumbass pick, man. We should have win. Man, we should have got Falk, man. We should have got Falk, man. We should have got Thiedemann, man. We should have got Thiedemann, man. Oh, my God, bro. I swear, bro. So, anyway, I wanted us to. My boy said I would be super hyped, but I would be extremely hyped. I'm talking about extremely hyped, boy. I'm talking about extremely hyped. I'm talking about everything would be training. Everything would be fun as hell. Even your losses would be fun. Damn it, for real. And ain't none of y'all gonna talk me into fault over these dudes. Ain't none of y'all. And I really pray with all my heart that we get wiped out at edge. You know what I want us to do? I'm gonna tell y'all what I want us to do. This gonna be my next video. I'm gonna probably drop it in the morning. What I want us to do, they just came out and said the price for Thieneman, the Giants, not Thieneman. They said the price for Thibodeau is a third and a fourth. That's what I want us to do. That's gonna be my next video, so I ain't gonna give it away now. So listen, man, y'all got a couple of more days to get in this raffle. Okay, so if y'all want to get in this raffle that I'm getting ready to drop on the 21st, Boss Cowboy Sports, Cash App your boy. All the people that's in the super chat, y'all already been put in it. The Cash Apps, y'all do that, you get in. Make sure y'all can like and subscribe to this video. I did a somebody say Boss is now Team Weapons. You didn't get the announcement, bro? You didn't get the announcement? If you missed the announcement, let me give y'all the announcement. I said this today, breaking news. I've officially switched over to Team Weapons. So, F Team trenches except for the edge. Yeah, I betrayed the fuck out of Team Trenches, and I will betray anything if it's gonna help my team. I have switched over to Team Weapons, and I do not apologize at all. I do not apologize. This class is too deep. I have switched. I don't care what none of y'all think. I don't care what none of y'all say. Team Trenches, I'm Team Trenches, and then matter of fact, I would slap Team Trenches. I would spit on Team Trenches. I would tell all the Team Trenches to kiss my whole ass over this draft class. That's the announcement. Fuck Team Trenches. Team win. I like that, bro. Team win. Hell yeah. My boy say team win. Yes, indeed, bro. Y'all share this one. Y'all share this. I'm out.